Four Questions is a piece of music that I wrote for Dr. Cornel West based on a speech that he gave in Seattle Town Hall in 2014. And that speech was based on four questions posed by W.E.B. Du Bois in his book, The Souls of Black Folk. The four questions are very poignant and very timely for us. They have to deal with issues of honesty. They have to deal with issues of oppression. It's a very politically and socially timely message that W.E.B. Du Bois gives us. And so there's no one better to interpret those things than Dr. Cornel West. And so I asked Dr. West if he would mind being the guest soloist for this recording, and he very graciously said yes.
The greatest of them all is W.E.B. Du Bois. He was a love warrior in the life of the mind.
So I used the musical inspiration of his voice, his cadence, his delivery, the powerful meaning of Du Bois's message, and the interpretive oratory of Dr. West. And it was one of the most inspiring moments of my life as a composer. I think music is an incredible force. It's a very abstract force. And it's a very spiritual force. You can't really hold it, touch it, taste it, feel it. It comes into your ears and enters your brain. And that's where it travels to before it goes into your heart. Being able to teach global jazz students here has been a reminder that I myself am part of a much, much larger family. Jazz will always teach us about the globality of this human family, of this globe, this earth. Our awareness of the global family and how we live and rise or fall together is one of our biggest problems. We have an obligation to live for one another and not live in a tiny little bubble worried about ourselves only. We're all part of each other, just as the history and the very roots of jazz are extended throughout the world. A lot of people will tell you that jazz was born in New Orleans. Jazz is a product of a journey that begins in the Middle East, goes through Spain, through the tip of Africa, to the north part of Africa, to the west part of Africa, in a cataclysm called the slave trade. And slaves were brought to the New World through Cuba and New Orleans and the United States and South and Central America. And these slaves met head-on with the forces of European musical practice and created something. They turned hatred and oppression into love and divine forgiveness, because the music of jazz is that sound of the human spirit overcoming oppression. That the intent from deep within your soul as to how and why you make music will carry through the making of the music and the technical aspects of it. And so, man, my music is born in my soul out of a desire to reach people, to help lighten the load. I really mean this. I mean, my music comes from the deepest part of my desire to help, not hurt, to aid, and not to detract.